Hey YouTube, this is Steve Cosello from Tower Genius, and I wanted to speak today to property owners who are being contacted. Actually, there's a lot of folks out there that may have been negotiating last year with Verizon Wireless, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a position where you've been negotiating for a while. You know, maybe you spent a few $1,000s on an attorney. You thought you had a deal. I know of a guy up in Pittsburgh that we were working with for quite a while, and Verizon decides to put things on ice after 8, 9, 10 months. Saw one of these yesterday. Somebody contacted us and let us know how they were left out, hung out to dry by Verizon after, unfortunately spending, probably over 10 grand on legal representation. And now Vertical Bridge comes back and is trying to force feed a crappy deal. Let's just call it a crap sandwich, right? They're trying to force their will and their terms on the property owner, who is, pretty much has got a lot of skin in the game. They're invested in making this site succeed. Anyhow, we know there are many people like that out there where Verizon put sites on hold last year, and now Vertical Bridge is coming back. And you really have to look at each site individually, because you might be out in the middle of Iowa in a cornfield, let's say, sorry, Iowans, but maybe you're in an area where there's 10 other places where Verizon could have their tower built. And they're just going to look at that as a rural location. Hey, you know what? Be glad you're getting $500 or $1,000 or whatever that is. And remember, it's no longer a direct carrier deal. This is now a tower company that is doing build to suit for a carrier. So the playing field has changed, or maybe it hasn't, right? So that's why we have to look at the site, because maybe let's say if Verizon was looking to do a deal with you for like $2,000-3,000, let's just call it $2,250 on a lease. Well, maybe you have the best site from a zoning perspective. Maybe you have leverage, and maybe Vertical Bridge doesn't have a better location where they could put this thing for less money. So that's what needs to be looked at. And you really need somebody on your side that's going to advocate for you. You need a consultant that does not have a conflict of interest. And you also want a consultant that's not going to be in your pocket for the rest of the life of that cell tower lease or rest of your life. Because first of all, not all consultants are free of conflicts, right? A lot of them work two sides of the deal. And believe me, we know that. And we also know that, out there are consulting firms that want to get a piece of your deal for as long as you live, basically. And that's crazy, right? You should never do a deal like that. So yeah, I suppose if Kevin and I would have built our business model that way, we could have retired a long time ago. But that's not the right way to do business, in our opinion, right? We don't think that it's right for a service. Our service, we add a lot of value, right? So our service has value. We bring a ton of value to the table, but we're not looking to be your partners, right? So this is not something that I recommend that you do, and definitely steer clear of. So anyway, if you need help with a cell site lease, a Verizon lease, if it's an AT&T lease, if it's a rooftop lease, if it's a dish lease, T-Mobile renewal, and again, you could be in a situation. Spoke to somebody yesterday. Their AT&T has been trying to renew their rooftop lease for several years, and they finally got around to doing an upgrade there, right? So but they're still a few years out from lease expiration. Well, you want to know what that site is worth, and again, it's a great sign that AT&T is spending some money on your rooftop. So that wink, wink, right? So that should tell you what that site is worth in a renewal. So we're here to help validate what you might be thinking, and also make sure that you're not leaving money on the table. Look for, and guide you and your attorney on what those loopholes are. What are those things to look out for? What are things that you might be okay with compromising with, and obviously structuring the deal to maximize it financially. Believe me, the carriers are looking to save money. The tower companies are looking to save money. They're looking to come down and knock on your door and try to reduce the rent They're going to try to change the terms. They're going to try to get rights of first refusal. They're going to try to get all the terms that you may have fought for 10, 15 years ago. And they're going to try to tip the scale in their direction and make the deal less favorable for you. So if you have questions about a cell site lease proposal, if it's a renewal, if it's a lease buyout, if it's a newly proposed cell tower or cell site, give us a call at Tower Genius. Our number is 888-313-9750. You can visit us at towergenius.com and fill out a contact form, and we will get back to you right away. Thanks a lot.